P-Valley. Now, I never hear a lot of men talk about this show, and if I do, with such negative comments behind it, mainly behind the character Lil Murda. In the closet, gay gangster rapper who's on the DL, no Hughley. The actor playing this character, Alphonse Nicholson, heterosexual male with the wife and kids. Now, the negative comments that's around this man is just horrendous. To me, yes, he's playing a gay role. Yes, some of the scenes is graphic. I just seen season 2, episode 4. It gets very graphic. But this is a role. This is not him in real life. But even if it was him, why is this so bothersome to people? It's a fucking role. Now, you got some people that'll say, but if he's a heterosexual man, why would he play a homosexual man? Is Denzel a cop? You think he just ride around training people all day? You think Denzel just ride around shooting Rogers on a daily basis? You have to make it make sense. But Jody, that's different. What's the difference? Leonardo DiCaprio was a slave owner in Django, and he dropped a lot of M-bombs and none of them was nuclear. Do any of us think he's a slave owner? And if you think he is, and if you think Denzel is really training day, I think that says a lot about their good acting, but it says more about your stupidity. And when it comes down to the Lil Murda role, my favorite people is the people that say, no amount of money or fame could ever make me play that role. And to that I say, okay, so are you an actor? No, I'm a street nigga. So shut the fuck up, bitch. Can we make it make sense? You're not an inspiring actor. Why would you put yourself in a position to receive a homosexual acting role when you're not an actor at all? You need to stay in a trap house place. I read statuses that said, if that was my husband, I would have filed for divorce after that episode. Bitch. A lot of y'all got husbands and boyfriends that's playing the role of Lil Murda and he ain't acting at all. It's the ignorance for me. It's the same ignorance when people say shit like, if I was born in the slave days, they would have had to just kill me. And you know what? The truth is they wouldn't have, because the knowledge of what we know now, you wouldn't have had back then. You literally wouldn't have had a choice. Our ancestors was operating out of fear. And granted, some took the high road and risked their lives because they didn't want to fall under the terms and conditions of slavery. But their bravery never overshadowed the fear of those who didn't take such high road. And you know what? They didn't look down on those who stayed. I don't know, man. It just kind of irks a nerve of the ignorance that people have. You got a man who came from nothing, a street drummer in the streets, drumming his ass off to make ends meet. And now he's a solidified actor and he can support his family. And people want to tear him down because he's playing a gay role. A role that has more truth than fiction. Because even though the LGBT community is so strong and powerful now, there's still people that will never be accepted, especially if they come from street essence. Because when you in the streets, we're taught toughness, masculinity. And if you swinging over there, you can't be tough, which is bullshit. Because there's a lot of men that like men that'll knock your shit back. The streets is bullshit anyway. It's a big propaganda and myth. That's a whole nother story. You know what, to be honest, I was against watching this P-Valley show. When I was seeing the trailer, I was like, oh shit, strippers. I love a bad bitch. This seems like my type of show. When I see Uncle Clifford, I'm like, yeah, I'm a pass. The female really had to put me on. Like, no, Jody, you would really like this show. I'm just thinking like, I doubt it. Cause look, Uncle Clifford is like way out there. But you know what? He gangster. More gangster than a lot of y'all. Read the comments, ladies. Am I lying?
You be careful who you let through the door, cause you can't save every single hoe.
And I was a little homophobic, I guess. But when you watch the show, I promise you, it's 80% bad, attractive, athletic females and 20% of the other stuff. Is it graphic? Sure. But I would assume it's realistic. And it's really not a bad show. You wanna know what's crazy? There's some real girly scenes, but we never talk about that. I wanna get straight into the gravy. The dudes. The women of the show is the real meat and mashed potatoes. Glad I watched the show. I was gonna deprive myself from my Mercedes. That's my Mercedes. He really turning up this season, but I was ignorant. In conclusion, love who you love, even if you don't understand. Just remember this. It's not for you to understand, and nobody fucking asked you. JodyGreezy ain't got no money yet, but I'm rich.